Um, I don't even know if my mic is on. Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. Alright. I didn't even bother, like, announcing the stream or anything like that. Today we're playing HIQ ACE Unlimited, which is a puzzle game. I didn't even bother even announcing the stream or anything. I don't know how long we're going to stream. I didn't announce it at all on Twitter or anything. This is just a chill stream. If anyone joins, that's fine. I don't know if I'm going to keep it up. I probably will, though, just because I like, you know, to have my videos up. I may put it on, like, private or unlisted. I don't know. I don't know. Usually I don't delete videos unless they're so bad that it's like, oh my god. But, yeah, usually I don't. Yes, this is just a puzzle game. I saw that it was... I got not really that much... Well, I've had a pretty kind of long, tiring day. Like, today's been, like, my, personally, probably, like, worst day of, like, 2021. But even then, it's been better than all of last year, to be honest about it. I'm not going to go into all that because, you know, it's personal stuff, but either way, we got some stuff down here, and I'm starting to realize why this is free. Yeah, so these are themes, like, PlayStation themes. If you guys like any of these, you know, by all means. I personally won't be buying any of these, but, you know. Here we have arcade. And you see we only have 6 available. Buy this level to unlock. See, you gotta buy 6. Apparently these are levels. Let's see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. And then we're just aren't easy, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then I guess there's 6 aren't each. So we'll just play these. I saw this game and it doesn't really look too hard. The only thing hard about it is, of course, the drag and drop with the D-pad. From what I can tell. Oops, that's my bad. Because all you really have to do is, like... Because the good thing about this game is... Like, you just kind of have to match the shape, really, versus matching the, you know, puzzle together. Oh, shit. Because I'm not too great at matching, I'm not too great at puzzles. I'm not too great at, like, puzzle solving. I think I just get overwhelmed is what it is. Unless it's like a, you know, shorter puzzle. Because, like, I'm good at, like, getting the outer pieces. But then, like, once I start getting in the middle, it's like, because there's just so many. So, yeah, I usually don't do puzzles. I've tried, but, you know, once you're not good at something, you kind of, like, you're just kind of give up on it. I know that's not, like, a good thing, a good, like, thing to have, but, yeah. That's just how I am. Because, like, I never learned... Because, like, I tried to learn how to ride a bike. And, like... I'm talking about, like, whenever I was a kid. And, like, for whatever reason, I just could never really get it. I was kind of scared of it. I was kind of scared of wrecking, so I just kind of gave up on it. Like, once the training wheels were done, because I did have training wheels at first. But then once they got taken off, and, you know, I actually had to learn, because, you know, I was getting older, I kind of gave up on it. Which is probably bad, but, you know. I don't know what these things are. Yes, I actually remember. Surprisingly, I actually remember whenever the whatchamacallits were taken off. I tried to learn. Actually, I tried to learn a lot when I was a kid. I tried to learn how to play like basketball. Of course, I had a shitty coach then too. A lot of like coaches and teachers that I've had, right, whenever I tried to learn something, have just been purely focused on people that already know how to do it, that are already taught. Like when I was in middle school, I tried band, right? And the thing about band was, basically I didn't get taught, I just had to kind of learn myself, and then of course that kind of was like, I had a tutor for a while, but he quit. The school gave me a tutor. I guess technically I could have like, if I really wanted to learn, I could have like bought a tutor or whatever, or paid someone to tutor me, but like I wasn't gonna do that. Plus the way my mouth is, right? Because I have a bit of an overbite, and the way that it is like I wouldn't be able to, because I tried to do clarinet, right? I wouldn't be able to really do that. I was gonna do drums, but then like I felt bad because my band didn't have any what's it called? My band didn't have any clarinet players, and they were lacking it and needed them. So like I was like, well, you know, if I can learn, then maybe I can be the clarinet player of the group. But that was the last time I really tried to fit in a group. I just kind of gave up on that. I don't know. I don't fit in with people. I guess it's kind of sad to say, but it's, you know, it's true. I wish I didn't have to drag these. I wish I could just like pick it and then, yeah, whatever. I do like how it just makes you do one at a time though. That definitely makes it a lot easier. I could do a puzzle like this easy. Like even if it had more, which I'm assuming that's what the harder mode has. What the? Oh. I thought that's what it was, but then I don't know. I second guessed myself, I guess. No. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Maybe I can't do it more. Because, like, there's a lot here. I don't know, this one seems kind of harder. Maybe it's just me. Yes, like I said, that's kind of the last time I actually tried to, like, fit in with, like, I guess a social group. Because what had happened was I had just moved to a new school, right? I was in middle school. What the fuck? I had just moved into... Oh. I had just moved into a new school. And I was already in band, and the reason why I was in band is because I had a crush on a girl at my old school. So I joined band because she joined band, and I wanted to be, you know, kind of closer to her. Anyway, that didn't work out because she was kind of a, you know, not all that nice of a person. At least not to me. Well, she was until I tried to, like, have a relationship with her. Cause, like, she was like a pretty good friend, but then, like, I don't know, she turned once I tried to have a relationship with her. Like, she tried to, like, pawn me off on her friends and like everything. Like, it was just not a good situation. But regardless, right? Yeah, that's the reason why I joined band. And then I was at my new school, and I was like, well, you know, it's a fresh start. Maybe I can regardless of that girl, I've already joined band at my old school, so maybe, you know, this is the thing for me. It turned out to not be the thing for me, but, you know, that's just how life works out sometimes. I did not pick the right one. Yeah, so that's just kind of how life turns out sometimes, I guess. I still haven't found the thing for me, but, you know, I'm hoping one day. I'm not completely giving up, but yeah. We'll see. I mean, for now, I kind of have, because of, you know, everything going on with the world. I haven't been able to really try anything new lately. Like, even food. Like, I'm kind of worried to even, like, try new foods or try new restaurants, right? Because this is what I used to do a lot. But, yeah. And then, as far as, like, basketball went, like I said, my coach was only concerned with people that actually already knew how to play basketball, despite me getting in, like, was it fifth grade, or was it was like third or fifth grade, something like that. I think it was probably fifth grade, but so that's early, but like, I don't know, that dude was a dick. Like the thing was, I already knew who he was, and I should have said, nope, fuck it. I should have said, nope, fuck it, I'm just not gonna do this because I don't like this dude. But at the same time, I didn't really have much decision making at the time, because like I said, it was in fifth grade, so I was only like 11 or whatever fifth grade age is. Yeah, so I didn't have much say in it. So yeah, I mostly got benched, and I don't even know I even went to my parents kind of, you know, made me go to the games even though I never really played. So I just watched the clock the whole time on the bench. It's fucking boring as shit. They wouldn't let me, like, I wanted to drop out, but they wouldn't let me. Because, you know, they said, well, we don't want you to be a quitter. But the problem is that I wasn't even really given a chance. So what was the point of me being there? You know what I mean? If I could go back in time, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I would change. But especially that I would... What the fuck? But yeah, especially that I would have changed. Where? Is this it? Yeah. I don't know. That's just, like I said. Because I remember one time, a family member of mine, I don't want to say who, I don't want to put the bar on blast, but a family member of mine took me down to the school, because you could go to, like, the school playground, and I just earned a trophy junior. Anyhow, the family member of mine took me down to the school and made me stay there, and because I didn't really know how to shoot a basket at all, I was kind of scared of the ball, to be honest about it, but it wasn't even that, I just wasn't good at it, because I never did get to learn. And a family member of mine took me down to the school and made me stay there until I made a basket. I don't think I ever did. I think the way that I went home is I started crying, because I didn't want to be there, dude. Like, I didn't like it. I hated the sport, because I hated the coach, for number one, and I hated the way that I was getting treated, and yeah, it was just boring to me. They kind of ruined basketball for me. I just wanted to go home, man. I just wanted to, cause it wouldn't have mattered if I got better. I wouldn't. Like I said, I still wouldn't have been able to play. So I don't understand what the fixation was of them wanting me to play basketball so goddamn bad. I'm getting a little bit heated. But like, I don't know, it still pisses me off. Even though it's been years ago, it still pisses me off. I even bothered like wasting my time on it. I'm gonna do all like, what the fuck? Wait, why can I not? Okay, I don't know why that locked me out. Whoa. So yeah, no, it still pisses me off about that. I just feel like I wasted my time with shit that I shouldn't have even bothered with. I don't understand why I need to be there if all they were gonna do is make fun of me. Cause that's what my gym coach did. Or not my gym coach, my basketball coach did. Was make fun of me whenever I tried to learn because I wasn't very good at it. Like, that's real fucking encouraging. I don't remember the dude's name now. I wouldn't say his name. But there was a kid in there, right, that actually absolutely fucking hated. I always hated that kid. As a matter of fact, I still kind of hate that kid. He was like the popular kid, and like he was like good at, you know, basketball and shit, and it was just like, oh my god, please. And the coach was like really like up his ass, because everyone was kind of up his ass. He was a dick too. He like, him and his like two friends, like they were basically like classic like bullies like that you see in like that you see in like movies. Like it was like that. It was kind of it was like really like that over the top. I'm not even joking. Yeah, so they called me retarded and stuff because I wasn't like very knowledgeable of some stuff like sex and like that. But like, fuck, I'm only in fourth. I'm only like 10 or something. Like, I don't know. I didn't know what that shit was. I was at home. I was still playing with toys. Like, I didn't care about any of that. My friends were kind of awful too. They were like, I don't know. There was a lot of like peer pressure going on, I guess. Because they were always trying to get me, like, a girlfriend and stuff. And it didn't help that, like, I grew up in, like, a rural area where, like, there was a lot of homophobes. So, of course, here I am, you know, number one, you know, sexually confused. And, you know, if I didn't get a girlfriend, then I got made fun of for being gay, so I had to hurry up and get a girlfriend. I never did. Well, actually in 5th grade I actually did, but it was just because, like I said, my friends, or I guess they weren't really my friends, wouldn't leave me alone about it. But then she turned out to be mean too. And then in middle school, I also tried to get one because my friends wouldn't fucking leave me alone about it. And the thing about that was, like, that girl that I ended up with, or whatever, I knew that she was just being with me to like, make fun of me. I didn't even like her. But she, like, asked me out or whatever. I was like, sure. I wasn't very enthusiastic about it. And then they kept getting me to talk to her, and I was like, dude, I don't want to talk to her. I don't even like her. But for some reason, my friends were fucking weird and had a fixation with me, like, talking to her. This was in middle school. Talking to her and, like, losing my virginity to her. Like, I don't understand. Of course, you know, that didn't happen. But I wouldn't have wanted it to happen either. You know, then. Because I wasn't worried about that kind of stuff, but for some reason, everyone in my life kind of has been. Like, even fucking family members. Like, really wanted me to get laid for some random reason. I don't know. And then whenever I didn't have a girlfriend or whatever, they called me, like, the F word or the Q word. So, you know, that was fun. But it's all in the past. Thankfully, I'm not really around those people and can do whatever I want now, so, you know, that's good. But right now, like, because of all that shit happened, I'm just, after I got out of school, because of where all that shit happened, well, I tried, like, a little bit, but then I was like, I don't really like anybody. I tried, like, some, like, dating sites and stuff like that. We met, and, you know, whatever. Sometimes, you know, we fooled around or whatever, but, like, I don't know. That didn't make me happy. I guess I'm not interested in that. I guess I kind of just want to be alone. I'm not a very people person, and I haven't seen, like, a girl. I have not seen, like, in my family or even my friends or anything. I have not seen, like, one successful relationship, or if they are successful, the two end up hating each other. So it's like, well, fuck, I'd rather be alone than have that. You know what I mean? So no, honestly, whenever it comes to all that, I don't think I'm really made for relationships. I think I tried, and you know, I should get points for trying. I really wasn't all that interested in it, but it was kind of like I was forced into it. Uh, but no, I really wasn't thinking about girls at the time. Like, dude, I was still playing with toys and shit at home. I had like one like actually good date, but she and you know, she's getting married now. Uh, and I'm actually glad because, and the thing is, we actually kept in touch. My family kind of ruined it for a while, or like family members kind of ruined of anything happening with me and her. But the thing was, years later, now that I'm away from those fucking family members, um, I know I talk bad about them, but man, I'm gonna talk bad about people that were rude to me. So yeah, so years later, right? Now that since I was away from this family members, you know, we got back in touch, and I found out that a family member of mine told her the reason why she like blocked me or whatever was because a family member told her to never talk to me again. So that was great. Because I was confused. I was like, well, you know, I thought our date went well, you know. If you don't want to be in a relationship, whatever. That's fine. I don't understand why we couldn't be friends, but then I found out why. And that definitely pissed me off. But yeah. It's funny that my family members were so like adamant about me getting in a relationship, but then whenever I tried to, or I was happy with it, they were so fucking picky with who the girl was. So it was just like, whatever. You know what I mean? As for now, I'm happy with being myself, being alone, you know. Well, I say girl, but, you know, partner, I guess they should really say. Although, I guess I wouldn't say partner, because, like, a lot of my family members are, like, really super homophobic, and I'm just like, dude. Why can I not find this piece? Here it is. I had it picked up before, I don't know why it didn't just stay with it. No, so that's my thing with relationships, is whenever I got one, my family kind of ruined it, so, or not really gotten one, but whenever I got, like, close, you know, interested in somebody, my family either ruined it or they kind of just turned out to be terrible. And like like I said, I've never seen a successful relationship, and the only time that I have seen it, uh, they end up hating each other's. They either all that I've ever seen is they either get divorced or they hate each other for like the rest of their lives. Of course, I feel like the people that hate each other are usually like boomers. Like everyone else just kind of gets divorced after a while. They stay together for fucking ever, but eventually they end up getting divorced. I don't know. I just don't want either one. I don't want to. I don't want to have someone around. I don't want to have like a toxic relationship. Maybe that's just me. Maybe some people like to just be in a relationship. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. If I find somebody, I don't find somebody. You know. At least I don't have people like adamantly fucking pushing me into one. So no, so I'm definitely glad that that's over. Like I said, no, the one girl, that I actually had, like, I had one good date with, then my family fucked that up, but, like I said, we are friends now. I mean, I don't even live, like, anywhere close to her anymore. I used to, but ever since I moved. So yeah, we just keep in touch online, mostly. Like I said, she's getting married soon, and I honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I honestly do hope that it works out for her, because it'd be nice to see at least one fucking relationship in my life to work out, and actually the two be happy, because I haven't seen it yet. Oh, also, there was a lot of cheating that has happened in a relationship that I know. That's usually how the relationship ends, honestly. So yeah, that's my sort of hot take on relationships, my history with relationships and stuff like that. There you guys go. But yeah, if anyone is like married or whatever watching this, you know, I'm not like discouraging it. I'm just saying like it's just not for me. And and honestly, I do hope that it works out for you guys. Like that, I'm not being like sarcastic. I know that I might come off as that, but I'm not. If you're having trouble in your relationship, you know, go see a marriage counselor. If that doesn't work, then you guys are probably just not a match. Because I used to believe like everyone sort of had like a soulmate, or not necessarily a soulmate, but everyone had somebody out there. But now I'm thinking like, and you know, but now I'm thinking like, well, maybe not everyone. And I still kind of believe that everyone has one. I just feel like it's rare that you actually meet that person. You know what I mean? Because for all I know, maybe my like perfect match is in like Indonesia or like Africa or you know some place I'm not even anywhere near. But I definitely haven't really felt like even fit in like friends as far as that go. Like I really haven't felt like I've ever really fit in anywhere. Which is why I mostly just keep to myself for like for the most part. Like I don't know. I'm not trying to be negative, guys. I am in kind of a bad mood. Maybe I shouldn't have streamed today, but I needed to kind of relax. Well, I guess I didn't need to stream. I just needed to do something to distract me. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Netflix. Netflix, right? You guys remember whenever Cuties come out. I can't imagine you guys wouldn't. So, since that happened, right? A lot of people, and I don't blame them. I probably would have too if I didn't have BoJack still to watch. Yeah, I probably would have ended it too. Because all of my shows have kind of ended, or all of my like Netflix original shows, and plus there's so many streaming services now that it's, I could have easily switched to like one of those. I have Disney Plus, but that's, besides the point. Disney Plus is mostly just Disney movies, or family movies, and I don't always want to watch that. But anyhow, no, Disney Plus is actually a good service, though. I do recommend it. I've only had some problems with it, like some buffering, but that's about it. But yeah, ever since that happened, ever since Cuties came out, and I don't fucking know why Cuties came out, why Netflix decided to release it in America, like why they were so like, I don't know. If you get that big of a backlash, I would think, because there was even Texas like investigation on that shit, but I would think from like a business standpoint, like even if you don't see anything wrong with it, which that makes me wonder who's working at Netflix, but we're not even going to go into that. But if you don't see anything wrong with it, then I would just, in my opinion, I would just not release it, because one thing, it's not even in English. Don't release it here. If it's more acceptable other places, which I don't think it should fucking be anyway, then release it there. It's not even in, like I said, it's not even in English. Why would you risk losing customers? So since they lost a lot of customers, the price went fucking up, and now it's like $15 a month, from my understanding at least. And like I said, I don't blame the people for leaving. They were warned that people didn't leave because it was announced. People left because Netflix adamantly, I don't know, I've been saying adamantly tonight, I don't know, I guess that's like the word I'm stuck on. But anyhow, Netflix wouldn't stop not releasing it. It's still on Netflix. I don't understand why it's still on Netflix. I know who the movie's for. I'm not even going to ask, who's watching it. And I'm not going to say who the movie's for, but you guys know exactly who the movie's for. No, but they're mostly in prison. but but no, but like, um, yeah, I don't really understand the point. Why would you? It just seems stupid to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm disgusted by the movie even being made in the first place. But like from a business standpoint, it is one of the dumbest things. When did that movie come out? 2019, 2020. Well, it was the dumbest like business decision of that year, and probably Netflix's dumbest business decision. And I look at other shows on Netflix, or other things on Netflix, and like other the movies that they didn't make, there's a lot of trash on Netflix nowadays, which is sad because like I said, the 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 the, the streaming service started out with like they were the next big thing, you know, they were gonna start the originals, it was special, you know what I mean? We had like Hemlock Grove, we had like, you know, House Cars, I never watched that, but we had like Orange is the New Black, you know, what was the other one? BoJack and all these other shows, and it was like this, you know, this is special. You guys are hitting the market with these good shows, you know. It's new, it's something different. And they were actually good. But now I look at Netflix originals, and there's so many of them that is one thing hard to keep up with. But that, you know, that's fine, you know, if you want to have more shows. But I've watched like several of them, and the ones that I've seen, and maybe I just have had bad luck. Like I haven't seen like the ones that get like popular, really popular, like Tiger King and Stranger Things. But the ones that I've seen, the ones that I've tried to watch, are just shit. Like, honestly, dude. And I'm like, oh my god. We have fallen. Netflix has fallen on their original programming. It started off with like I said, it started off with like in an animation department because they were like the next big thing in like adult animation with BoJack, and then like, you know, it had F is for Family, which is whatever. I didn't like the show, but I could definitely see it improving. I only watched the first season of that. But then you had like an Archer ripoff, and you had Big Mouth, which I don't like, but you know, some people do. But then like you had like all these fucking Family Guy and South Park ripoffs, which was just what Fox and like Adult Swim and all these other things were doing. And I'm like, oh my god, Netflix, you're better than this. You made BoJack. Like what the fuck? What has happened? Of course, I guess everything ends eventually. I guess it was just they were the first, but I guess maybe they weren't the best. And now there's so many streaming services and so many streaming services that do original content that you can just go anywhere. People don't need Netflix anymore. Unless you have a TV that only plays Netflix, which is basically what my downstairs TV plays. And actually, this TV that I'm playing right now, that's the only one it plays. So unless you have like a game system or something like that, you're kind of stuck with Netflix. Netflix or nothing. It just kind of depends on, like I said, it depends on what TV you have. But no, but the original programming that I've checked out, and a lot of it has been like not even in English. And I don't really like to watch dubs. That's just my opinion. I think it's kind of distracting, or like whenever you watch it in English, and I don't really feel like reading subtitles. so I just mostly ignore those. But like, I have watched some of them before. Like, I watched a show, it was called, I hate to put shows in blast, but I watched a show, I believe it was like a German show, it was called, Biohackers, right? And it was like, it was just not very good. Like, it had 6 episodes, I believe. The first 2 episodes, I literally did not know what the show was about because nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. Besides, like, this weird, like, every character flirting with each other, and I'm just like, what the fuck? It says, like, the description is, like, a woman, you know, going to a college to get revenge on the woman that killed her parents. And, you know, that sounded kind of neat, but then, like, I watched the show, and I'm just like, is that actually what this show is about? Did they give it the wrong description? And I guess that and later on that actually was what the show was about, but like it wasn't interesting at all. It sounded like a show that would have been interesting, but it wasn't. And I don't know if they changed something because I was watching the English dub. I don't know if they changed it or what, but my God. It was weird because like the last episode, the main character was invited into the villain's, or like the antagonist, not villain, she's not really a villain, the antagonist's house. And basically, I think I might actually timestamp this video, but anyway, basically, she was invited into the villain's house, and it was like, and I'm like sitting there and thinking, I'm like, what the hell? Why would, you know? And I guess it was because she was trying to give her something or something. Like I don't really remember exactly what it was, but I guess it made sense. But it's still like, dude, the hero or the protagonist should not just be invited in the antagonist's house. She should have to sneak in there. You know what I mean? That's just normal writing. Like, I don't know. There was some like sneaking around, and that would have been, to me, that would have been a more interesting show. But then like, you're just gonna drop the bomb on me last episode. the antagonist just, or the the antagonist just invites the protagonist in. It didn't really piss me off. It was just mind-boggling. And then I tried watching another show, which I might actually review this one. It was called, what the hell was it called? I Am Not Okay With This, which is like one of the worst names ever. But anyhow, it was, based off a comic book, I believe. And I haven't seen the comic book, right? I don't really like to watch things based off of like comic books, but like I feel like, or based off of books in general, but I feel like it doesn't really matter. You shouldn't have to read it to be able to like the show based off of it. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if the comic book's good. I usually just kind of assume that it is. It might be. You know, I haven't read it, and after watching the show, I don't really have all that much of an interest in reading it. But it was supposed to be about a character. The main character was supposed to get powers, right? Because like she had powers, she had like superpowers where she could like I don't know, control things with her mind. Like she could levitate shit and like destroy shit, like make people bleed and like all this stuff. And it, you know, it was, and that's kind of interesting, I guess. But like, it's this whole like thing of like, it was just like a high school. I mean, her life wasn't the best, but like the whole show, it had her narration, and like the whole show, she was just complaining about her life, and that, I don't know, that was just all that interesting to me. Like, I get it, your life's terrible, but at the same time, she was complaining about a guy, right, dating her crush. Like, she hated the guy simply because she was dating her crush. Like, I mean, the guy turned out to be an asshole, like the last episode, but she hated him before he was an asshole, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to give out spoilers, but yeah, there was no reason for her to hate him except for that. Like, you know, I'm fucking sorry that you didn't have the balls to ask out your best friend, your crush. But you shouldn't hate the guy that did. You know what I mean? It was like some incel shit, like literally. Or some, you know, some nice girl shit. And I was not, and yeah. And then the thing was, it wouldn't have been that, well, it still would have been a big deal, but the thing was, the character, right, her best friend that she had a crush on, the character, right, she didn't even, barely had a character. Like, we're supposed to see how this character is so great, right, and why she should want to be with her, but then you don't even give her any character. You don't even, and the episodes are narrated by the main character, but you don't even give the main character like any lines even explaining why she's so great, of why you would have a crush on her, unless you're shallow and just like appearances, which honestly that kind of seemed like what it was, because I don't know, but it had the same problem of like, it really did seem like something that was up my alley, because but the problem is that it had the same problem of like Life is Strange, where like she tells another, like a friend of hers, about her power, but she doesn't tell her crush, or who's supposed to be her romantic interest, and the romantic interest barely has any character, but we're supposed to care just because it's that. So yeah, we spend more time with the guy who ends up being her friend who knows the power, who knows about her power, and he's a fucking simp, and she leads him on the whole time. The character is supposed to be like, the main character is supposed to be like lesbian, right? And that's all fine, but like, why would you lead on this dude? She even has sex with him at one point, and it's just like, dude, what the fuck? And then she didn't like it, but she doesn't bother telling him. She's just, I don't know. They did not make her likable at all. She was like I get it. Her life was shitty, right? Her dad just died and stuff like that. But like, she's mean. She wasn't nice to the guy that was trying to help her. In fact, I don't think she was nice to anyone. But I guess it's all supposed to be, it's one of those shows where it's supposed to be excused that the main character's mean because she's the main character. But in my opinion, it doesn't really work like that. And I hope she's, well, I guess they don't really care. But she's probably not as terribly written. What is this? I never did even try this. No, that's what that does. But no, I guess we're supposed to just like her just because she's a main character, and I don't really agree with that. Like, if she's not nice at all, then why am I supposed to feel bad? Like, yeah, it would... I mean, I guess I would feel bad on that, just because, like, if anyone's dad or parent or whatever dies, like, even if I dislike the person, I'm still gonna feel bad for them because of that. You know, I'm still gonna feel, like, upset, but I don't know, she just wasn't relatable. She was just mean to her mom. The only one she was actually nice to was her little brother. But it was weird because she was mean to her brother in front of her mom, but she was actually nice to her little brother. So that was like the best part of the show, was her, you know, just kind of hanging out with her brother. For a kid actor, like, they were probably all kid actor. I don't know how old they were, but for a kid actor, for, you know, her brother was, you know, a fairly decent actor. No, but that was like the best part of the show, was them just kind of hanging out, being brother and sister. You know, it was clear that they actually did love each other, and that was like the only time she was actually ever nice to anyone. The rest of the time, she's just mean. No, but the show kind of sucked, honestly. And then we tried to watch, like, or then I tried to watch, like, another show, but this show was in, like, another language, and the first thing, it's like, I don't even remember what this show is called, because I got off of it fairly soon. Because the show was like, you know, a woman had a heart attack or something like that, and then, you know, I thought maybe that it would go into that and it would be, you know, kind of interesting, right, the description. But then I watch it, and like the whole show is like, the first like 3 minutes of the show, and I got past this, I watched a little bit longer, but the first like 3 minutes of the show is like her getting out of the shower, right, putting like lotion on her boobs, then her going with a guy and sneaking into a mattress store to lose her virginity, and then she has a heart attack right before sex. And then, like, the intro, and then, or I don't remember if the show actually had an intro, but then all of a sudden, I guess it's supposed to show off the scar, but then all of a sudden we just get boobs in her face. And then, like, her boyfriend, or whatever he's supposed to be, hasn't really been talking to her, hasn't really been touching her, or just giving her any kind of affection after that, because he's scared of, like, maybe he might cause another one. And then she comes over, and he's like scared and doesn't want this guy to smoke around her, and then she comes over and fucking smokes a cigarette and gets mad at her boyfriend for worrying about her, basically. And then like, she just wants to have sex again, and that's at that point I turned it off, because I'm like, oh my god, dude, I'm sorry, I don't want to watch a show where it's like, I don't know, if the whole show is like her like losing her virginity, because that seemed like to be the whole like conflict of it. I don't know, that's just not all that interesting to me. And then I tried to watch another show, and it was okay at first. Well, it wasn't really that great. It was like, and I actually thought about reviewing this because it looked terrible. But then, once it started going into incel shit, I just turned it off. Once it started going into like incel fucking red pill shit, as soon as they said red pill, I just turned that shit off. Because I was like, I'm not watching a fucking incel show. And I watched those two the same day. It was like, it was funny because it was like the opposite. Like, the first one was just about sex, and the other ones was people complaining because they couldn't have sex. And it was like, what the fuck? That was about the only thing that was interesting about those two shows, is that the two that I chose back to back were like the complete opposites. But the problem was that they were probably both the same quality, which wasn't good. I don't know, maybe those shows pick up. Maybe the first one, well, maybe the actual, I couldn't see the other show picking up just because of how it was, the incel show. Just because I don't like fucking incels. I don't want to watch a show about that shit either. Unless it was making fun of them, like, I'm not down with that. But no. But, I guess the other show about the heart attack, maybe that would pick up, but, like, I don't know. The whole thing, like, the whole, like, worrying about the heart attack is she can't have sex. That's, I don't know, that doesn't sound all that interesting to me, but like I said, maybe it'll pick up. I think her mom just died, which is funny because in the other show, the mom also just died. And then in the Kiss Me First show, the dad died. Which is like a trope, one dead parent. No, but Kiss Me First, I watched all of that show. I didn't watch the other shows. Because after Kiss Me First, I wasn't interested in watching another show. Kiss Me First had like 9 episodes or something like that. I don't remember. I wasn't really interested. I'd already pretty much got done watching a bad show. I wasn't interested in watching another bad show. No, but it is really sad to see that Netflix went down so far in quality. Because like I said, the originals, whenever they first happened, seemed cool. But I guess everything kind of goes down in quality eventually. I guess that's just kind of the way of life. But no, but those shows were not even... Besides Kiss Me First, those shows weren't really anything that I was even remotely interested in once I actually started watching them. or not Kiss Me First. What the hell was that show called? I'm Not Okay With This. Kiss Me First was the show that I was gonna review, but then turned out to be an incel show, and I wasn't all that interested in it. Because it had some animation, and a lot of times I'll review, like, and of course, you know, I review animated shows, and I thought, well, you know, this is different. You know, it's half animated, half live action. So I thought, I figured it would be bad, but at least it would be interestingly bad. But if it's just going to be a show to preach to me why incels are good, then no, I'm good. I'm good on that. I guess Netflix has to hit all their marks, huh? Starting out with of people that I guess Netflix has to hit their mark of with people that the internet actually absolutely hates. I mean, hey, if you can't get anyone else, may as well get the scum of the earth, you know what I mean? I guess that's what Netflix is aiming for now. Which is really sad to see. Because other than Hulu, Netflix was the... well, Netflix actually may have came before Hulu, I don't know. Netflix was the first. I remember getting... I've had Netflix for like... probably 10 years at this point. And I really liked it at first. Whenever I first like got actually good internet and didn't have dial-up. Right? I got Netflix. I really liked it. It was a way to watch movies, a way to stream stuff. And like I said, now you can stream anywhere. But that's not the problem. The problem is that what Netflix has to offer that no other sites have to offer just aren't good anymore. The only thing I'm looking forward to on Netflix now is Disenchantment. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to. I really like Disenchantment. A lot of like the Futurama people worked on it, and part 3 comes out tomorrow, I believe, or season 3. The show's only gonna have 4 seasons, but that's like literally the only thing I'm looking forward to on Netflix now. Which is funny because if you would have asked me this 5 or 6 years ago, then I would have said, or well, whenever I'm gonna say 5 years ago, I would say, well, yeah, you know, I can imagine that there'll be a few shows, like 5 or 6 shows that I'll be looking forward to in 2021. But no, I mean Netflix originals that I'll be looking forward to in 2021. But no, it's just kind of trash. And even like the movies, like I said, Netflix originals are just a lot of foreign shit, which most of the time isn't actually even Netflix originals, just stuff that they picked up and call Netflix originals. But anyhow, yeah, basically, and I tried to watch some movies. I tried to watch because like I said, a lot of stuff's foreign. I tried to watch a foreign movie. It sucked ass. It was like a zombie movie or something. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't all bad. Like, it had some, like, funny moments. Like, of course, you know, ironically funny, not actually funny. So yeah, it had some funny moments, but mostly not. Man, my hands are starting to cramp up from playing this game. And then I tried to watch... I didn't think this movie would be good. It wasn't good. I tried watching the Bobbleheads movie. It wasn't good. I was surprised to see Cyborg's voice actor in the movie, so that was interesting. I didn't think the main villain was all that bad. I mean, it had, in terms of like stuff to make fun of it had some parts that were, you know, not too bad. I wasn't all that disappointed with it because I didn't expect it to be bad. And like I said, it had some parts in it that was really liked Cher, which is funny because it's a kids movie and like they were making like Cher references, which is really weird. I can't imagine. I'm not really old enough to really know who Cher is, so I can't imagine kids would know who Cher is. And I'm a Zoomer, dude. So yeah. Unless their parents listen to Cher, then they probably won't know. And more than likely, their parents won't even listen to Cher because their parents are, at this point, are probably like millennials. I know Cher's still going, but like her fans are probably an older audience. In my opinion, I don't know for sure. I know my mom's a Cher fan, but a couple years ago, my mom actually got tickets to go to a Cher concert. She didn't get tickets for me. I think she got them like I don't think she paid for them. I think she like won them. Like she won tickets to them. But yeah, I think she had like I could have won, I guess. But instead she went with her two sisters, I believe. But I don't really know anything about Cher, and I've never been to a concert before. I don't really want to go to a concert, like even if I liked the band or singer or whatever. I don't think I would go. I just don't like to be. I would imagine it being like too loud for me, and plus I gotta watch too because of where I have epilepsy. I don't want to have a seizure. But not only that, but I don't like to be around fucking people. I'd probably get shitty seats, and it would just be an awful night. I've been to wrestling before. That's about the only like event that I've been to. Well, no, actually, I take that back. I guess I have been to a concert. One time, my grandpa. It wasn't anybody like big, but one time my grandpa took me when I was like little, One time my grandpa took me to a country music concert thing, but it was just like local bands. Anyway, I enjoyed it. At the time, I was literally only allowed to listen to country music. Now I kind of hate country music because of that. Because there's just a lot of better things out there. At one point, I really liked pop, but now I'm more like a hip hop fan. Hop's kind of too. Or not hop. Pop. I don't know why I said hop. Pop's just kind of pop music's kind of just too light for me. I like the beat of, hip hop. I think I actually fell asleep on like a what's the dude's name? I can't even think of the dude's name now. But anyhow, I think I fell asleep on somebody's song. It wasn't because it was bad, it was just like relaxing. I was in the car and like the beat, I don't know, it relaxed me. So I like almost fell asleep on it. I enjoyed the song, don't get me wrong, but yeah. It was like the beat, but it wasn't necessarily the beat, it was the vibration, because the car was vibrating, kind of rocked me to sleep. So yeah. But anyhow, yeah, I had fun whenever I went to that country music concert I was talking about. And other than that, I couldn't tell you any of the songs that were played or really remember it all that well. All I remember is that I had fun. I don't think I would now because I don't like country music, because I've actually, like I said, I've actually am allowed. Well, I'm an adult now. But yeah, once we moved, or once I moved, whenever I was in middle school, I was allowed to listen to like pop or whatever I wanted to, and that was good because I actually liked pop music a lot more than country music. I believe B.O.B.'s Airplanes, that was the first non-country music song that I pretty much ever listened to. Or not ever listened to. I think I've listened to some pop before, but not ever, but that was the first song that I was actually, allowed to not exclusively listen to just country. I was allowed to listen to any music, and now I'm pretty much to the point where I do like any music now, or any genre now. Just like I like any genre of movie or whatever. No, but I wasn't even allowed to listen to like rock. Like I wasn't allowed to listen to like Green Day or Nickelback or anything like that. Or Smash Mouth even. The only Smash Mouth, which was like popular, which was like what was popular when I was a kid. Not at my school though. My school, mostly country, was popular. Just because I said I lived in like a very country rural area. Actually, like I said, I grew up on a farm. I wouldn't go back to it. In fact, I wish that I wouldn't have grown up there, honestly. And I think that I would have been better off had I have not. But you know. Yes. And yeah, I think that I would have probably even been better off if I would have been able to choose who my friends are rather than them being chose for me. You know, that's how it is. As I said, I grew up in like a very like homophobic and like even racist like area. I myself wasn't either of those things, but kids at my school and mostly everyone that I knew was. Because I believe everyone should just be able to be friends with whoever. As long as the person's nice to you, it doesn't matter. Or it shouldn't matter. For some reason, where I grew up with, it fucking mattered. And yeah, I am mad about that. I'm still mad about that. Because I hated, like, that was how I had to, you know, kind of, I guess, what I had to be around when I was growing up. But regardless, it's all over now. I no longer have to worry about that, so, you know, that's good. As I said, though, everything was dictated, like, even, like, what the music I listened to. But that is the good thing. That is one good perk about being an adult, though. You can pick your own rules and do pretty much whatever you want to, as long as it's like, you know, follows the law, I guess. I wouldn't do anything illegal, but I have a lot more freedom now. I can choose my friends, I can choose like a lot of stuff. So I guess really, right? If I look at it that way, I guess I should be happy that I guess I should just be happy that everything that is over. And I am, I guess. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. Like I said, these are $1 each to get these. So that's like $5 plus, you know, taxes. If you want to get these, I would assume that buying this will unlock easy, medium, and hard, but you never are sure. I may play expert at one point. I may stream this game again. But yeah, so like I said, I would assume so, but I would assume like if you bought all this, then you'd be able to unlock medium and hard, like if you bought the easy one. But as I said, I don't know. Maybe you have to buy it 3 times. I wouldn't doubt it any. But yeah, so here's the things. These are kind of cool, honestly. I like the space wolf. I'm really into wolves. I don't know why. Like neon wolves. I don't know. I'm really into neon in general. I don't know why. Some of these are kind of cool. That's like kind of generic. I guess I'm kind of done with that sort of style. I don't really like that. This is neat. Like the wave. I do enjoy that. I think these are just the puzzles. I don't know what Relax is. I guess I could have played Relax. I may play Relax and Expert at another time, but for now I just wanted to play Arcade. I just want to try out the game. It was fine. It was a puzzle game. If you guys like puzzle games, you guys might like this. It's free. You guys can try it out. If you guys want to buy the other packs, go ahead. You guys get 6 puzzles, easy, medium, and hard, and whatever Relax and Expert has. Do I recommend this game? If you like puzzles, go ahead. There's not much else to it. Anyway, that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good day, evening, or night, or whatever else time it is for you. And good night, or goodbye.